Oh,
Oh.
woo. Crikey.
All right, everybody, here we go. Next show with the Doghouse crew. Got Simon from Weston-super-Mare.
Oh, bloody hell.
Put his back out. Tom from New Jersey, doing dad dancing. Christian from Oxfordshire in the United Kingdom. It's cold. It's after Christmas. We're happy. Get ready for the show of your life. We don't know what's going to happen, but magic's going to happen. Sit back, enjoy, like and subscribe. Love you all. Let's go.
Excellent.
The problem is, after that awesome introduction, it's like...
But it gets up and actually, no, I feel energized now.
You feel energized?
Yeah.
Did I motivate you?
Now I don't want to talk. Now I just want to keep dad dancing. You were right. I
Oh,
was like,
these headphones are a pain in the neck.
hang on. Well, hang on. Before we even start, dad dancing. What is dad dancing? Because as two parents and one fur.
I include my dog
daddy.
as my son.
Fur daddy.
Yeah, fur daddy. Exactly.
Not sure that's actually.
That's.
I have a few friends who like.
That's what she said.
I think Mr. Duffel, I bet living in Weston-super-Mare, I bet you get a few admiring glances.
For what?
Because I reckon to a certain demographic of people, you are quite the attractive quotient.
The loaded compliment.
Masculinity.
A certain demographic of blind.
Over 90-year-old.
Weston's favourite.
Simon.
I love the way you're qualifying that vehemently.
When you enter certain residential homes, boy, oh boy, I bet you are... No, I mean it. I mean it quite specifically. No, I think everybody sort of... The nice thing about the more contemporary society that we live in, the age we live in now, think about it, right? 50 years ago, if you were bald or balding, that was a real sign of lack of virility and lack of manliness. And it was really seen as a sort of figure of something that would be, mocked or scorned. But now, if I could shave my head and look good, unfortunately I don't, because I look like I've got a big old bump. I look like an egg with a face poorly drawn on it.
Have you ever shaved your head or ever had?
I've had my hair really short.
You've had Action Man hair, haven't you? You've had the little thing at the back of your head that makes your eyes go.
Yeah. And it just doesn't work. It looks. My head is just not a good shape. I need the length of the hair, the height of the hair on top of my head to kind of give my face shape. Because honestly, it looks terrible. But to get back to that point, I think now there's the idea of somebody being of a more stocky frame or quite hirsute would not have been a really attractive sort of thing. But now there's a really big movement, the dad bod movement, or within the gay community, it's, bears. I think actually the people who are into bears are wolves. Seriously. That's the term.
Where are we going with this?
I don't know.
This feels like a big build-up to Tom telling us that he's got alopecia and he's going
or that he's gay.
Well, we know that I have alopecia. What with my singularly diminished eyebrows?
Oh yeah,
I saw a guy at the pub called alopecia.
You've got baby eyebrows. I'd never noticed that.
Yeah, no. And I used to have quite thick eyebrows. They were darker than my hair, and then my hair got darker as I got older, and my eyebrows just sort of disappeared. But a couple of my great uncles had the same thing. So it's it's a normal. I think it's a sort of fairly standard thing. But anyway,
I have to shave mine.
I think I just need to
nice
take attention away, and no one will notice.
Oh, nice! I like that. That's very good.
Well, you've got the same as me now.
That is very good. Well, because my partner Susan does what she does, I have she's done mine.
You're shaped.
Yeah.
Do you know that
actually they're not shaped, but they're coloured.
Oh,
Hey.
could you do me a favor? Hey, Christian,
am I?
I'm finding you a touch quiet. Could you increase
I
your
can,
volume?
yes,
Which-
Yes, you are a touch
a
quiet.
phrase never heard
No,
in
never.
history before.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey,
How's that? 1, 2,
Christian,
3,
I'm
4, 5.
finding you a bit quiet.
How's that? Is that better?
Maybe if you stop talking for a minute, Tom, you'll be.
He's noise cancelled me out.
Or maybe I was too loud when I was speaking like this, so the contrast is too much.
I'm
How's
putting my
this?
angry eyebrows on.
How's this?
They're good. That's really good how they move.
That is really convincing. How is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that all right? Good volume?
Yes, but now you've gone blurry.
Yeah, I have. There you go. I'm back.
I think I've pulled something doing that dad dancing.
Oh yeah, why was it that? Were you getting that excited by it?
I was getting quite excited, but that's the first motivating thing I've done all day. Well, I went cycling earlier, but that was freezing cold.
Motivating is the wrong word. I think.
Yeah.
Movement.
That was also the first major double entendre you've all missed.
Oh, movement.
I pulled something while I was dancing. Why were you that excited?
Hey.
Yes. So
Hey.
That's what she said. There we go. Very good. Right. What are we talking about today, please? In the last 5 minutes of the show.
We got a few topics on today, but in today's news, well, I was going to just say I finally, last night, was in receipt of my really extravagant Christmas gift.
Well, if that's news, then we need this.
The Week Report with news, views, and screws.
I finally
So,
remembered
Tom,
the screw.
You found your screw. Well done.
Yeah.
So, Tom, tell us about your extravagant Christmas gift.
So, as listener of the show or viewer of the show may remember, I'm quite excited by playing tennis. I enjoy playing tennis. It's my form of fitness now.
It is, yes.
And I had purchased a really small, it's called a feeder, so it sort of like pops tennis balls at you to hit. So I enjoyed it so much that I asked for a very new product for Christmas. And it was, boy, howdy, was it expensive, but it's called a slinger bag. So it's like a big old suitcase.
Mhm.
And you put a load of tennis balls in it. You can put up something about 150 tennis balls in it.
And you sling
Turn
it
on
out
a
of your
button.
back.
Turn on a button and it shoots them at you. It'll rotate, so it does like different directions. And you turn it on and off with a little key fob, so you don't have to run up and turn it on and then get hit in the face with a tennis ball.
That sounds brilliant. I want one of those.
It's brilliant, and it means that even when I can't find anybody to play tennis with, which I thought was the initial reason, because sometimes I couldn't find anybody who could play tennis at the same time.
Oh, Tom's got
It was like
No
I can go
friends.
exactly, but because it shoots stuff around, it means like I'm actually properly running around like playing a game of tennis against the tennis
Love it.
slinger. So it's brilliant. Of course,
Great
now
stuff,
there's a load of local dads who play tennis, so I can usually find a game.
Ah, there we are. Nice. Well, I'm expecting an improvement to your game.
I would love you to get one, Christian, because I think that would be hilarious.
Pointless.
I'm watching you run around the garden trying to chase these balls that are firing across into
Exactly.
the field behind.
Into the horses.
Christian has quite a sizable backyard, but what with his sauna-sized. Hey, have you considered with your barbecue if you just put a tub of water in it and put it
Yeah,
on the lowest
and
level?
get in.
It could be a sauna.
Exactly, yeah. Good. Or a hot tub. I could just light itself.
Yeah.
Can I just sit in it?
Brilliant.
Fill it with water.
Instead of menthol, you'll come out smelling of hickory.
Yeah, yes, I will.
Chipotle.
Chipotle. Is that the right way to say it? Is it chipotle or chipotle? It
Chipotle.
probably is chipotle.
It's not. It's chipotle, isn't it?
No, I think it is chipotle. Is this an American English thing? I think it is chipotle.
In American English, they call it chipotle. Here's the problem: is that usually the Americans really don't like to pronounce anything in the original form. Like, you know, there's a load of towns that are French, like Des Moines,
Yeah,
for instance, which would
and
be
go.
Des Moines, of course.
Versace.
Mm.
So what is it? Is it chipotle or chipotle?
It must
I
be
think
chipotle.
chipotle.
Answers in the things down below.
In the comments.
In the comments.
In the comments
Yes.
section.
Steph will know.
Justification minute.
Love it. I
Did
think
anybody
Simon
else
has an
get the code?
epic justification.
I have an epic justification. I have just pulled the trigger on it. and I really, really, really need them. Which it harks back to my comment that I said about these headphones earlier.
Yeah.
Because with the green screening, it goes around my head quite well, but with the headphones on, occasionally, although they do act pretty well here, they occasionally disappear, and I find them quite cumbersome when we're doing the recording. So I thought, ooh, I fancy some earbuds. And so I did a bit of research, and everybody's got the Apple ones. And I thought, I've heard on the grapevine they're not necessarily the best. So I did some research and came across a set of Sony ones. What Hi-Fi gave them the top prize, and they are sexual chocolate.
I think Simon's multitasking. I feel as though he's about to show us an image.
I'm going to show you an image
based upon the reflection of his reflective glasses.
Oh, nice.
There they are.
Bet you wondering how I knew about these plans to buy Sony for you. Anyway, sorry, that was it was just on the grapevine.
And they're less than that now. They're on special offer at Amazon, because I've just checked, for 150 of your English pounds.
Woo!
Just cheaper than Apple.
Yes.
There's no aptX support, Simon.
What is that, Christian?
I don't know. That was a pun.
Now,
don't know what it is. You don't need it. That's the way I look at it.
So that begs a big question. I say let's move straight on then to the tech. Let's move on to some tech.
Tech Wizard, Professor Talk.
Christian. I don't remember the.
At the end of that.
Was that one of us?
No, that was
that was on the jingle. It's been ages since I did it. So let's go on to that then. So that really surprises me, because I would have thought the wired headphones. I'm really surprised that you would go Bluetooth.
I am.
For a studio situation, for a high quality.
What about latency?
Latency. I saw my camera.
That's where I did the research, because obviously, in a studio environment for this kind of thing, not necessarily.
Can you explain what latency is, please, to our non-technical viewers?
Right, latency.
Wait for the medical section to explain latency.
It's not a medical problem.
Oh, sorry.
You want latency?
Yeah.
Oh, do I? Wait and see. I'll have latency.
Yeah.
You've got early C.
Yeah.
Got early dementia.
That's it.
Carry on.
Anyway. Latency is the time lapse between when the signal leaves its originator and is received by the prognostator.
Let me explain that in layman's terms. It's like when you fart, but people only smell it 10 or 15 seconds later.
That's the smell, the olfactory latency.
Yes.
There we go, you see.
It's delay. It's delay.
It's delay, basically. No, I did check that out, and this is what these headphones are really good at. They have very, very low latency. The reason for going for the earbuds is for visuals only, really.
Earbuds, I think you just said.
Earbuds.
Yeah. Earbud.
It is partly for visuals, and partly because the wire doesn't get in the way. I've
never noticed it getting in the way.
It's a pain in the ass.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
If you lean too far forward, does it fall off? Does it
no, it's just like it gets tangled. Look, it's already tangled in the chair.
Then what are you going to do with those
way
headphones?
Of him spending more money on stuff. That's what it gets.
These headphones are studio headphones, so if I was recording somebody, I would use them then. Right. The sound quality on these, the Sony ones are supposed to be surprisingly very close to their noise cancelling normal ones, and that's the other thing to say. These are noise cancelling, and my son pointed out, because he's been doing work on waves, is that noise cancelling is actually quite a simple process where they flip the wave in the opposite direction to the noise that's coming in. So if you've got outside noise coming in,
pushes it that way.
Basically, you've got a waveform of the noise coming in.
Oh, and it inverts.
All you have to do is flip that wave.
Yeah,
and that cancels the noise out. So one overlaying the other cancels it out.
Is it like
explain that in layman's terms? It's like farting at somebody who's just farted, and they bounce off each other, which
like that.
But I don't think they cancel each other out. They just make a greener thicker fog.
But is it similar to flanging?
Yes.
Yes.
It's where you got two voices become one. They meld.
I think that's the song, isn't it?
Yes.
They meld into one.
Should we flange?
Yes.
Well,
Ready?
Give the listeners.
I'll show you give you an example of flange. Ready? Ah.
Missed.
Hang on. I'm going to go down.
Oh.
You missed one.
That's what she said.
There you go. Ready?
So
I'm going to get right.
flanging is just two people messing around a bit.
No. No. We didn't
So
keep it.
flanging is just Christian saying "ah."
No, we need to go higher. We need to stop higher up. Go from the top down. I'll catch you up quicker. I can't hear him now.
No,
I can't hear him.
I don't think Zoom is going to let you flange.
No, I don't think we can live flange.
We've been banned from
Did that
flanging.
cancel it out?
Bombshell.
I'll tell you what, we could hit a note. So we hit a.
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Ah.
I can't hear Christian at all.
No,
Yeah, but
all
because
I
we
could do was
flanged.
Simon going "ah." It was beautiful,
Because we
beautiful.
flanged, Simon. That's why.
But
It
I'm still
flanged.
waiting to understand what flanging
No,
is.
flanging. Couldn't you hear Christian?
Nope.
That's flanging.
No, that's Zoom cutting out algorithms, cutting out people.
Because we flanged. Because Zoom said, "Hang on, this is exactly the same frequency."
Melding. It's
Because
melding.
Simon and I are so in tune.
Well, so I'm gonna continue this then, but going back to the prior thing with the old Sony headphones, because a number of months ago, I was looking for a new headset because I wanted something that was Bluetooth so I could walk around. But the thing is, I like to make phone calls while I walk because my exercise is often in the morning when I've got a little bit of free time, and I'll take a walk and I'll call my parents back in the UK, or I'll call friends, or I'll do business calls, but I knew where I've got to actually have a chat about stuff. So, but here's the thing: I do not like earbuds. They fall out of my ear. I never think the sound. I can never really hear everything. They're never loud enough for me. And for some reason, any time I've ever talked on them, everybody's always like, "Oh, I can't hear you," or wind noise. So I invested in the most expensive set of headphones I've ever owned, which are these. And they are Jabra.
Oh yeah, Jabra. Yeah.
And I cannot remember what type of Jabra headsets they are.
Bluetooth Jabra.
They are Bluetooth. They're the ones. They're standard ones. They're for office teleconferencing and sales stuff.
Oh, look at! I didn't see that. That's good. That's a big trick. Yeah.
It's an over ear because I don't like in.
Yeah.
It's got the best noise cancelling I have ever come across in my life. It's absolutely amazing. So if I'm just listening to stuff and I've got the noise cancelling on, I can walk past a construction site and I can barely hear it. It's like it's not there.
Love it.
But when it's windy and all the rest of it, if you've just got the microphone picking up from in ear, the sound quality is never great. So.
But what I don't like, and I don't know why they don't do it, and it's the reason I don't have in-ears or wear headphones for Zoom, is because you can't hear your voice.
Yeah, and that is still a problem with
I
it.
can.
You can, okay. On yours now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you've got
I've got an audio system that allows that to happen. On a conventional computer, you wouldn't get that.
Yeah, I don't like it when I'm on a conference call. I have to have just one ear in because otherwise it's.
Can we? How about we make our own branded merchandise? Merch. Doghouse headphones.
Yes.
Which do zero latency.
Yes.
Get all your own sound back, but it also sound cancels everything else. Get on that, Simon. We'll have those available for you. I'm going to say by Saturday.
Yeah.
Great.
I'll find
moving on.
For sale
I'll get
our
on
website.
Alibaba and we'll get it sorted.
Alibaba.
Now, actually, that's a great question. Why is that suddenly become? I'm like Amazon doesn't make a ton of sense, except it generally means big. So I can understand that. But why Alibaba?
You mean the name? You mean the name?
Why the name for a trading company?
Well, because why?
Alibaba and the 40 Thieves.
40 Thieves.
It was traditionally Alibaba was a trader.
Yeah.
So that's where that comes from.
Was he? What did he sell?
Everything. He had a market.
Everything.
It was
He was a
like
trainer.
in the bazaar, wasn't he? In
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
In the
Welcome to Agrabah.
Yes. Open
Alibaba.
sesame.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Oh, I'm blacking out.
No, not again.
out.
Don't do that.
No, I can't. Look at that. I've gone all Hobbit. Look.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah, but
It's Fuffle. It's Fuffle from
Yeah,
the
Alibaba.
Shire.
Da da dee da 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 dee da 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 Alibaba.
No, Alibaba, that is. Here's the thing.
I've got the answer and we're all wrong. So I thought better to nip this one in the bud. Alibaba is a poor woodcutter who secretly watches as 40 thieves hide their booty in a cave, the door to which can be opened only by the verbal command of open sesame. He later uses his magical phrase, steals riches from the cave, and lives a prosperous life.
So
he's opening the cave
my point.
for prosperity. So that's why it's called Alibaba.
Opening the cave to
Absolute
prosperity.
cobblers.
Yes.
That is
That's what she said.
absolute cobblers, Christian.
Opening the cave.
All right. Speaking of opening the cave, let's open up the shed and go on in the shed.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's right. Men in the shed.
Now, did you say we were going to talk about sports apparel?
Well, so there's two things that I'm interested in. Number one, so let's start off with this, and then we'll move on to the final topic of the day. But number one, today we are all wearing, stretching it a little bit for Mr. Christian Billetti, but we're all wearing something in the region of sports apparel.
Yeah.
And outdoor wear. Outdoor wear, particularly.
With this going to be a cold and
very
tough
cold
couple of months, because we can't really do anything communally together indoors that's not family related. Our outdoor wear is going to be really, really important. So what do we need? I've just bought like 1 or 2 bits of thermal wear, but I don't really know what I need.
I tell you what, my favourite thing, I don't know whether you need it, but I can tell you what my favourite thing is, and that's my buff. I love my buff.
I love to see you in the buff.
What's a buff?
Let me demonstrate a buff. I've got one on.
You're going to show us your buff?
I've got Mrs. Dussill's branded Pilates in upper.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Nice.
Oh!
So, hang on. Let me take my headphones off and put you on monitor a little bit.
There we
But
go.
I will say this, Simon. It's very thin, that one. It's very sheer, LaBeouf.
Yeah, but it
Hey,
sheer LaBeouf. Sorry, I missed that joke then.
Yeah.
It was a bit slow now. So, I think that they're quite good because when you're outside, you can put them on like that. And
You look like a little old lady.
He does.
Oh,
lady
Lord.
moves.
Oh,
So,
I was
when
going
I'm
to
cycling,
Put your beard in it. It looks horrible with your beard hanging out. That's it.
So when I'm cycling,
Yeah.
then I can have this like this, so it keeps my ears nice and warm. Put the helmet on, and it's it's thin enough that it sits under the helmet.
Yeah.
It still down my back, so
Yeah.
it doesn't get any. Still keep your neck warm, but you can wear them in several ways. The idea with the buff originally came out, and you could do several things with them. So,
Do you think you can hear it?
to,
He's shouting now.
so what you could do, you can just wear them as a scarf. You can wear them as a kind of beanie. So let me demonstrate the beanie. So you've got this. What you do is put a twist in it. This is live, so it could go wrong.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm going to put a twist in it,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
and then
Oh, yes. Look at that.
so that's it's a beanie.
Blimey.
I can put that over my ears if I want to. That's very nice.
Great for disguising,
Very nice.
because you 1 minute you
That's
look
a shower
like
cap.
a criminal trying to pretend to be an old lady,
Yeah.
and then the next minute you look like you've just done a swimming across the channel long distance swim. It's
It
great. You could
does.
be different things at any second.
Are they not known as snoods?
I was just going to say, what's the difference between a buff and a snood?
I think a buff is much thinner than a snood. A snood is quite a thick fleece-lined apparel,
Yeah.
whereas this is much thinner. So most of the time I would wear it like that around. Very nice and comforting on the throat, especially if you've got a sore throat. I see a lot of singers wear buffs now.
Yeah.
But it
So
is
is that where the phrase comes from? Oh, I saw you the other day in the buff.
no.
No.
But this is the other
Right.
thing. At the
It's when
moment,
you
during lockdown, if you go out and I go to the shop,
Yeah. Nice. Perfect.
Mask on me at all
Nice.
times.
And it allows you to burglarize
Does
it
that
and
do
no one knows
anything?
who you are.
But does it
Well,
do it?
you can double it. If you double it up, it does as much as any other cloth mask does.
Oh, I'll give you that. Very good. Well done.
There you go. That's a
Fantastic.
buff.
So that's there we are for all your winter needs. Go out in the buff.
That's it.
Yeah. For our American listener or viewer, buff is also a British term for going out in the nude.
Yes.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Out in the buff.
What we were alluding to being nude.
They were in the buff.
In the buff. Awesome. Well, there you go. We don't need anything else. That's
I
that.
don't think
Just
so.
wear a buff.
There we go.
So the final thing I was going to just talk about is tiredness.
Ooh.
Tiredness.
Which all our listeners are now, having listened to all 28 minutes of this show.
I've been quite restless recently because there's loads of stuff going on and work and business and all of that sort of stuff. And for some reason, I normally sleep pretty well, but the last week or so, I've been very restless.
Oh, and the Civil War, of course, but we won't.
Yeah, I was going to say
talk about that.
Yeah. Was there? I didn't
Not
know.
the Avengers.
No. But so my biggest issue. So I deal with fatigue generally. I have a coffee in the morning, which I very much enjoy. My problem is that I try to replicate it after lunchtime, where I tend to be quite tired. I get the majority of my fatigue is after lunch, and I try and wang another coffee in and feel like I'm going to get perky again. Doesn't work.
How do you wang a coffee?
Well, I throw it up in the air.
Wang and perky in the same
Kind
sentence.
of like it were a.
That's what she said.
Wang and Perky, the other two more of the hobbits that got left behind on the journeys to Mount Doom.
Wang and perky.
Wang and Perky is a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it was the 8th and 9th.
Perky, I'll get you yet. Oh, gee, Wang. I'm sorry, Wang. Perky.
You should use your Snapchat camera to create a cartoon called Wang and Perky.
The Wang and Perky Show. I love it. I feel another website domain name being purchased. wangandperky.com.
Yeah. Wang and Perky. Could be.
Talking of which,
Wang and Perky, a high-end men's clothing store.
Yeah, I've just reminded myself of something that Simon was, pardon the pun, a business that Simon was going to go into or looking into.
Oh, this will be good.
You know what I'm talking about? Did anything ever come of that, Simon?
Well, iJack.
Yes. No, iJack. No, it wasn't iJack. No.
Oh my God. For those of us who are more recent followers of us doghousers, we are well known. We like to sample everything in the buffet of business.
Yes.
We like to have a little of column A and a little of column B.
That was a good invention, though, Simon, wasn't it, iJack?
Yes. I think we're ideas people. The problem is we're ideas people. We're starters, not finishers.
And our wives agree with you.
Which ties in perfectly to why it was called iJack. Do you want to explain, Simon?
About iJack, I want to hear.
Well, iJack was a simple thing that I came up with after I'd had a vasectomy. So I had a vasectomy after
vasectomy to you,
vasectomy to you,
and so I was talking to Christian. I said, "Well, I've just been told by the doctor what I have to, in order for them to check that I am indeed firing blanks now, I have to have ejaculated a certain number of times during a month, and it's quite difficult to keep track of this thing." I said, "What I could do with is an app to keep track of my ejaculations." So I came up with iJack. I said, there must be, I mean, it's a very short-lived app.
It would work beautifully on Fitbit or...
this is pre-Apple Watch, you're right. Before the what's it's in called, the thing inside it, the oscillator, whatever it's called.
Fortune by coming up with that.
There's so many puns in this conversation, but yeah, absolutely.
And so we thought, well, it's a short-lived app, but you could sell it for 99p or whatever off the back of the fact that you need to keep a track of these things, and then once you're through that hurdle, as it were, you're done. And then
joking aside, now seriously, now that the Apple Watch has been invented and it's got the chip inside it that measures movement, maybe now it's the time that the world is ready for iJack.
And here's the thing, it sells itself because you just give it the slogan, you just go down the Pringles route. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Can't stop, exactly.
Keep account, use the iJack. Boom, boom. It sells itself.
No, got it. Want to keep track? Use hijack.
And think about it. People are trying to keep track of all sorts of data that no one cares, that you could never care about.
Yeah.
So it would just add to the data. That's a beautiful idea. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, by the weekend, we will have our in the Doghouse headphones.
Yeah.
With sound cancelling, movement sensing, you name it, it does it. In the Doghouse buffs.
Yeah.
And the Doghouse hijack. Carefully branded with us to keep you in the mood, to keep you kept high.
Love it.
Excellent.
And on that buff note, I think it's probably time to wind up this masterpiece of a show.
Hey, didn't we have a game?
Oh!
Didn't we have a quick game? Do we have a game?
Do you want a game, listener? Do you want one more game? Or have you got to
game
make
time? It's game time. Then we need to know what it is we're doing. It's time for Best in a Show.
This was a game Simon made up about 20 minutes ago. We don't know what it is. So it might be very bad. We might have a false ender. We might have edited it out by now. This might be cut.
This might be
We'll
gone.
see.
Anyway, right, simple game. I'm going to give you a word.
Ooh.
All right, and you have to give me the bogus meaning of the word. Not the true meaning, but the bogus meaning of a word. We'll just do one round, one word each, and then you could have got to come up with a bogus definition of this word.
I understand. It's like lie to me.
Right.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So Tom's going to go first.
Oh, and give us suggestions in the comments below
Yeah,
or
so we
on
can
our
play this next time.
Facebook page or whatever.
Are these real words or words you're about to make up?
Actual words, but you have to give the bogus definition to this actual word.
Okay.
So isn't this Call My Buff?
Ah, right. So Tom, your word is flummery.
Flummery.
Your word is flummery.
Flummery. So a flummery is it's a convent that's been built for very short celebrants of the life of Jesus Christ for females and males, but where you are a very short nun or a short monk or abbot.
Take me to a flummery.
Yes.
Flummery.
Right, Christian, you have the same word.
I'm too tall for the flummery. Take me to the usual place.
You have the same word, so you can. What's your definition?
My definition of a flummery is when a baby is very, very sick with a cold, and they want to tell their parents that they're very sick, and they have the flummery, mummy. Something like that.
Excellent.
Makes no sense.
I'll have a little go myself, and I'll say a flummery is actually when the end of an airline flight happens and they land somewhere, they have to give in the log. They have the full log and they have the short log, and the short log is called the flummery.
A lovely flummery.
Lovely
Can
flummery.
you give us the flummery?
Someone out there has got to be able to do a better one than that.
And that's a real word, is it?
Flummery is I think flummery is something to do with cream, and it's a dish or something like that.
Are we back on the hijack now?
It's a cherry flummery. You're right. It's a meaningless or insincere flattery or conventions. A sweet dish made with beaten eggs, milk, sugar, and flavorings. A flummery.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
There we go. So, well, we may play this game again. We may have ditched it by next time.
Yeah,
not fun.
yeah. This won't happen on next week's show. But we will announce the winner, the best definition of flummery.
Yes, definitely.
We will announce the winner by name and give their definition.
This won't happen on next week's show. Yeah! Nope.
It won't. There we are.
All
Good.
right.
Okay, we're done.
Well, folks, it's been great to have you here, so just stay a little while. We like to have you here, so give us a like and a smile.
Why not come along, be a part of our tribe? You can always click like
Like and subscribe.
And that's that, apparently.
Simon resolved the song very early.
It always takes me a little while to find another word that rhymes with subscribe.
Love it. Alrighty, should we have the play out music? Should we have the play out music?
Yeah, give us play our music.
Yeah!
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to our show. We hope you enjoyed it. Lots of new words, lots of branded material, lots of new apps. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Smash that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell so you can be notified when we get the new show up and running. Any suggestions, send them to us. Join us on Instagram. Have a great week. Stay safe. And we'll see you soon. Bye now.